What up, YouTube? BrokeFarmer back for another video on this beautiful day, y'all. And we're gonna reconstruct the garden. We're gonna take things out of the garden. We're gonna pull up fruit trees. Yeah, I said pull up fruit trees, because if it ain't producing good fruit, it ain't doing what I'm supposed to do, it's gonna get the hell on. That's what I said. I meant that. All right, y'all, the first casualty of not producing no goddamn fruit and getting the hell on, the Stella cherry tree. I got a couple buddies came over, they're gonna help me dig this thing up, and it's gotta go. It ain't gotta go home, but it gotta get the hell out of here. Let's get in. Here you go, Jesse. Good job. All right, and a lot of people wondering why I dug up these fruit trees. Well, I have a food forest, which means I want food. Something that's not producing in your yard should have a short life, very short. Both of those trees have been in the ground for 5 years. Right there was a European Asian pear. 5 years, it had blight every single year. And the fruit it did produce rotted on the tree. So am I gonna keep year after year not getting fruit? Or put something here that's way more productive that will put the food in the word food forest? I'm not telling nobody to put your fruit trees on a time limit, but for me, after 5 years and blight every year, it wasn't worth the space it was being given. So I moved on. Eventually I find a tree that I want to put here that's gonna grow and be healthy. Now, if you got some suggestions, please put them in the comments, but don't tell me I shouldn't have got rid of a tree in the food forest that wasn't producing fruit. It's in the name, literally. Now, I do have more pear trees down here, and I even have a couple more Asian pears on the other side of the shed. So that's why the reason I got rid of this not this Asian pear, but Stella cherry, it never produced fruit. 5 years, it never produced fruit. Matter of fact, the Stella cherries was supposed to be self-fertile, but what I did was I bought another cherry tree that pollinated it, that it bloomed at the same time. That tree died, which gave me an omen to get rid of that tree. Now, I didn't kill this tree. I gave it to a friend of mine, and he planted it in his backyard. He got a bigger yard than I do, so he had more space to experiment with things. Over here, it's got to produce fruit or it has to go. It's already hard to grow sweet cherries in Georgia, in the deep south. So the struggle wasn't worth what it was producing. which was nothing. So I had to get rid of it. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna put another tree there. I'm gonna move my citrus bed over. So in the hot parts of summertime, my apple trees will shade them a little bit, because, you know, a lot of people think citrus need all kind of heat. No, they don't. Anything above 95 degrees, they really don't like people say. So that's what I'm gonna do in this area. It's got to produce fruit, y'all. It really does. All right, let's talk about some of these trees that's on the clock. This Arkansas black apple has flowered for the last 3 years and hasn't held any fruit. Yeah, Arkansas black apple, you are officially on the clock. I even bought a crab apple to help pollinate it. Now, this crab apple is twice the size and was bought a year after that apple. Plus, I got other apple trees that bloom the same time that should help pollinate, but no fruit. Let's get back to you. All my apple trees are either very young or producing fruit currently. You, sir, are on the clock. You have 1 more year. If I don't get no fruit next year, I holler. If you have a tree you are struggling with that won't fruit after 4 or 5 years, or is not giving getting diseases, trees that stay constantly diseased, look, man, after 5 years, let it go. Do your research. A lot of these trees I bought before I understood about growing fruit trees and diseases. And a lot of these trees I could have bought disease resistant, but I didn't. So when you know better, you do better. So I can't do better having that same tree I know I shouldn't have in my backyard. And to everybody else that thinking about pulling a tree up that been in your yard 10 years and haven't produced fruit, pull it up. I encourage you. Get trees like this Orient pear here. Disease resistant and just want to grow. Now you got 2 years of fruit yourself, sir. Don't get too comfortable. You got 2 years of your goddamn self. Even when it comes to this plum tree that fruits every year like crazy, and I fight bugs to get 10 plums off it. So this fall I will chop it super low, take a bunch of these branches off, and I'm gonna spray them. Sir, you are on the clock. Yes, I said, sir, you're not producing fruit that's edible, so you must be a man. Moving on. Red Globe peach. All these peaches are full of bugs. Now some of this is my fault. Let's start there. I could have did more. I really could have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I do my part to keep bugs out the trees, and these trees got to do their part. Fun fact: Red Globe peach full of bugs on every peach you see. But 10 feet away, my Red Haven, not saying no bug damage, but it's not even close. So, Red Haven, you good. But your brother over there, it's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if I don't get no peaches. And yeah, I didn't throw away the pear. I still got it. It was my first fruit tree I ever bought, so I'm kind of sentimental to it. But it can't take up no space. You're gonna live in this pot. That is your punishment. Every year, I got to fight to get some goddamn fruit. Look how much I had to cut off. Yeah, everything else on this tree was blight. So we're gonna put it in the pot. You're just gonna be a pot tree forever. 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 But a food forest should be where you come to harvest food. at the end of these videos, I just think I'm gonna harvest, because we can talk about everything else about gardening, but harvesting is the most important thing. I mean, it's a lot of things that's important in gardening, but I don't think nothing. And yeah, I'm gonna chop that up in something. But harvesting got to be the most important thing. You plant all these plants and you're going through and making sure everything fertilized and watered. But are you harvesting food? Yeah, I would like a real pretty garden that looks visually like a garden museum. But harvesting the food in a unkept garden, I'm okay with that too. Your food forest should be something you get food from. Never forget the purpose of the garden. Yeah, it's a stress reliever. Yeah, it's a good hobby to have. But you got to produce food. If it's not producing food, then it ain't worth it. What kind of hobby you got that ain't fun? Fun is harvesting. So every day I'm harvesting out here, I'm having fun, y'all. Every single day, no matter what I'm harvesting, whether it's fruits, vegetables, and don't worry about the black spots. According to Google, which y'all trust Google, I can just rinse these black spots off. I did it last year. I'm still alive. But anyway, like I was saying, with everything, all the nuances in gardening, never forget the true reason we garden is to have food, to harvest food. If it's something we growing that look pretty, but it's not producing fruit or good fruit without a ton of work, it ain't for you. It is strictly a novelty. I'm not a novel gardener. I'm a gardener that eat food, y'all. So y'all can do what you want to do, but I'm gonna keep harvesting, and I'm gonna keep getting rid of trees and plants that don't produce good fruit. That's all I'm saying. Now it's time for a serious conversation. In earlier years, if somebody would have asked me, hey bro, my fruit tree ain't producing fruit, I've had it 6-7 years, what should I do? Well, I tell you, make sure your soil right, fertilize, make sure you water it, just take care of it and be patient. 6-7 years you ain't getting no fruit, that tree ain't for you. That tree wasn't meant for you. That tree wasn't meant to grow in your yard. Dig it up. Do your research. Go to your local extension office. Find out what trees produce the best in your area. Which trees are disease resistant. Which trees I should be growing. Not the trees that everybody see on YouTube that, oh my God, if I could get that tree there, oh my God, look at this bird. Every video, it's a darn bird. Do your research, do your homework before you buy any fruit trees. I know better, so I'm gonna do better. I'm not gonna tell you to do something I wouldn't do. I, going forward, would never purchase a tree I haven't done extensive research on. Now that doesn't mean that tree is gonna thrive. That doesn't mean that tree will grow, because everybody's backyard is a microclimate. Whether you got 6-foot tall wooden fences or you got oaks in the back or pine trees in the back, everybody's yard is different, which doesn't guarantee that you're gonna get fruit. But if you ain't got fruit in 6-7 years and that tree taking up a lot of space, I don't know who need to hear this. I think you better let it go. Woo. I ain't playing with no fruit trees. Everything in the food forest gonna produce fruit, or it ain't gonna be back here. It's a simple statement and a simple thought for a simple way of gardening. Thank y'all for watching. Continue to follow my journey and see what fruit trees will I bring in next time.